Hello everybody, Galrock the Pizza Guy here. It is time for episode 17 of our Agrarian Skies 2 Let's Play series. So last episode we got started on some of the applied energistics, and this episode, let's continue on. I went ahead and took all that charged Certus, made a bunch of Fluix, ground that down to a bunch of Fluix dust, got some Certus dust, some Nether Quartz dust. I also, in between episodes, added one more pulverizer and sieve to this line, and for this one we are doing netherrack. Show you this real quick. Give that a couple of them so it'll catch up where you can see it. Crushed netherrack. You can sieve the crushed netherrack and get cobalt and ardite. Now, do I have any of that actually made yet? Nope. So I added another filter on here to account for all the broken ores that come out of the crushed netherrack, including cobalt and ardite. So that'll just eventually get us up towards the, if we look in here, and oh, I betcha I killed enough zombies to turn that one in again. Yep. Look at Tinker Toys. So alumite, you know, we can make that at any time. Actually, I could probably go on and make some steel. But yeah, that we'll get into soon. But then that's cobalt, ardite, and manulin by the look of it. So wanted to go ahead and be prepared for that. We can finish up that Tinker's Toys line of quest pretty soon. So let's look at applied engineering, because that's what we're really working on. And we need seeds for Certus, Nether, and Fluix. So I've already laid the stuff aside here for it. And even though I only need, I think, what, one or two seeds, only one seed for each, I'm making a couple of stacks of each, just because I know I'm going to need them. So you can see for each one you make, you get 2 seeds. There we go. And we get some more Fluix dust. Haha. Alright. We will work on that. Put that away. I'm going to go put this earth shard away. There we go. I've already made the blocks, the cables, the glass. All we got to do is put it all together. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the crystal growth chamber, but it requires 6 crystal growth accelerators. Might help if I grab some iron, huh? There we go. Achievement get accelerator is an understatement. Yeah, because seriously, those seeds just in the water without any accelerators take, I think, 2 hours of real world time to grow. It's a long freaking time. So let's see, growth chamber, that's what I wanted to make next. So let's do that. Let's see, I've got the iron already. Let's find a chest. If I've got one laying around somewhere, I probably don't. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh yeah, I also added chests over there for the netherrack and soul sand outputs. Anyway. So we're going to do that, and that. I think that's all we needed. I think I've got everything else. Oh, need another chest. Sheesh. Boom! There we go. Turn the quest in. Just appear nether quartz. we're going to be making tons of those very shortly. Now, we can fit acceleration cards in here, and we will eventually. But for now, I'm just going to throw all these in there. And you can see them growing. You can tell that's a lot better than the 2 hours or so it would take just dropping it in water. So we're going to let those grow. We'll come back to them. And we need an inscriber. Truth be told, I have plans, and it's going to take 5 inscribers. So, if we look at the inscriber, and one of them is going to be an advanced inscriber, but we'll just look at the regular inscriber for now. That means we're going to need 10 sticky pistons. How are we doing over here for piston materials? Well, except for cobblestone, we've got enough. There. Alright. And to make those into sticky pistons, boom, done. How's this doing over here? All ready. Isn't that nice? And I'm just going to put this stuff away for now. We're going to need these. So, let's make a few inscribers. Boom. And what else did we need? A calculation press. And we will get the engineering press as a reward. So, cool with that. So what do we need to do to make the calculation press? We could just buy it from Jaded Cat down there, but I think there's a way to make it. Aha! There it is. A lead ingot on a casting table. Alright. So all we gotta do, make sure this is empty. Should have some lead right there. Alright, we're gonna let that melt down. And I'm going to figure out where to set up these inscribers. Kind of feel like down a line here would be the best way. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Alright. Let's move this. Make sure I'm not inviting mob spawns. I think I am. Yep. There. There we go. We will probably upgrade at least one of these, but for now, alright, I'm going to clean up this mess I just made, and we're waiting on that lead ingot. Actually, it's probably done by now. Aha! We get a new engineering press and a reward bag. So, ooh, a greater reward bag. What do we get? some sushi. I'll put it away in there for now. And I'm going to clean up this mess I made, and we're going to continue working on this. I'll be back in just a minute. Got that mess sort of cleaned up. There's once we've got the system up and running, a lot of these chests and barrels just aren't going to exist anymore. So that's going to help a lot with cleaning up all this mess. In the meantime, let's move on to the next quest in the series, Basic Network. We've already made some ME glass cables, so good to go there. We need a 1K storage cell, a drive, and a terminal. So, one of the first things we're going to need to do is get some more of these presses, because we've got our engineering press, we've got our calculation press, and that's all nice and dandy, and we're going to put these away just like so. But we still need a logic press and a silicon press. So let's look up press, and there it is, the logic press. How can we make one of those? Same way we did, except using copper instead of lead. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Grab a copper ingot and throw that in there, let it melt, and while we're waiting on that, what do we need for the silicon press? Same thing, molten nickel. Alright. I bet you I've still got some in this chest over here. Yep. Alright. And copper and ferrous don't make a alloy together, so no problem. Let's see, did we get any cobalt and ardite while we're waiting on that? Nope, not yet. Sort here. Didn't get any out of that. That stinks. I'm going to go ahead and throw another stack of netherrack in there and let her run. You know what? We're probably going to need some more of these glass cables, so I'm going to make some more real quick while we do some more waiting. If I remember correctly, it is just like that. Alright. Well, alright. That seems like in the wrong order for the thingy, but whatever. Alright. Got those presses. So let's put the logic press here and the silicon press there. And this one will be used to make the actual processors. Actually, what's it take to make that advanced inscriber? Should we do that now? I kind of feel like we should do that now. 2 engineering processors. We're going to need a total of 4 engineering processors. So, I haven't done anything in there lately, because we're going to need a couple for the drive also. And this is why I want the advanced one over there. Matter of fact, we're going to need a couple of hoppers anyway. Oh, I've got just enough iron on me. So I'm going to make one for the silicon, because we're going to need a lot of silicon pressed. You get silicon by smelting either Certus quartz dust or nether quartz dust, and I figure all the darn Certus quartz dust we're getting out of sieving dust, no problem, right? Alright, let's see. There is the silicon press, and it's kind of weird the directions you have to put stuff in. So we're going to put it in there just like so. So you have to insert from the sides, and you also have to remove from the sides. We'll get to that when we get to automating this stuff. For the time being, that'll do. Alright, probably ought to go on and throw another diamond in there. Grab a little redstone, because we're going to need that as well. That's enough of these to get us started. How's this doing? One more. There we go. Yeah, we definitely want to upgrade this thing to the advanced version. I'll grab this hopper. Might ought to grab that other inscriber as well. Alright, this is the one we want to upgrade. Need some iron. Alright, that's going to make life a lot easier. And I'll show you why. We can stack stuff. We're going to need a bunch of logic presses, so I'm going to... 6 is a reasonable start. Make these up real quick and show you what I mean. Now, you notice in these regular inscribers can't stack anything, and that's quite a pain. So got plenty of that. And this, the advanced inscriber, we can. So we can just, if we need like a whole bunch of logic presses, go ahead and stack those up. Now I could also upgrade these inscribers, and I might, but they're easy enough to automate once we have the system running. So I probably won't. But we'll see. I'm going to... I know we need a ton of these logic presses for what I've got in mind, so I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of those up, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, I had an idea. Decided I would go ahead and start with the automation process, even though it's not, strictly speaking, AE auto crafting. Still, it's a little bit of auto crafting. So we need... We've got these filters. You can see I had all that laid out. We need that. You know what? I need some more silicone. No problem. I've rearranged things a little bit here to allow me to get around. Smelt that up while I grab a pure Certus quartz and a gold. Alright, so what we're going to do, oh, and also need a regular Certus quartz. Forgot to put the charger on this line too. Wrong chest, there we go. So this should, we'll go into that filter, only allow Certus quartz. Okay, this first one is where I put the engineering press, so we only want diamonds going in. This one only allow pure Certus. This one only gold ingots. This one only silicon. And this one, I need a bigger filter. Use the resonant filter, and it's going to be a blacklist to not allow any of those. So that way, basically anything else that goes in this chest will make its way into this advanced inscriber. So now on this side, we're just going to put a retriever right there. Ignore redstone. That way it'll pull our results from any of these machines. Haha, and you can see we've got those results already from what I had already started on. So now, should be able to just throw a pure Certus quartz in there. Whoops. Might help if I put the servo on, huh? And it should, there it goes. Found its way in there. And that's going to process. And then the retriever is going to pull it out here. Alright. I love it when a plan comes together. So I'm going to use that to get some of these processing units put together. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, I think we've got enough of these processors to get started with. So, let's do... Well, we'll start with what the quest said we need to make. So we need an ME drive. Oh, and by the way, I went ahead and upgraded that to a resonance servo. The basic servo just was not pulling the items fast enough. Alright, so what do we need for a drive? Let's look that up. I need those cables I put away a few minutes ago. There we are. And boom, there we go. And we need a 1K storage cell. Now that requires a 1K storage component. So for that, we need some of that pure Certus quartz and a few redstone. No problem there. There we go. And let's put that into a storage cell. Need a few more redstone. Might as well just grab a stack. Also need a couple of quartz glass. Achievement: get better than chests. Alright, now a terminal. I think it wants just the regular terminal to start with, so no problem. Okay, we need formation core and annihilation core. One of those takes a pure nether quartz, the other one takes a pure Certus quartz. Each of them take a fluix dust and a logic processor. So, there's that one. There's that one. And we need an illuminated panel. So a few more quartz glass, a couple of glowstone, no problem. This is why I made up this much quartz glass before getting started on this episode. Alright, and that should be everything we need to make one standard ME terminal. Alright, that's everything. We get another 1K storage cell. Do we want a heart or a reward bag? The reward bags have been kind of crummy, so I think I'm just going to go with the heart. Different kinds of terminals. Alright, we will come to that. Let's go ahead and eat my heart. That sounded wrong. 12 lives remaining now. Alright, we need a storage monitor, a crafting terminal, and an interface terminal. Well, I can guarantee I was already going to make a crafting terminal anyway. For that, we should need one of these calculation processors and a crafting table. So we just do that, and there we go. A much bigger table. That's right, it is. Alright, what about a... That was a pattern terminal it wanted, right? I mean, I'm going to use an interface terminal. I'm going to use both of those anyway, but... Alright, interface terminal. Needs the engineering processor, an interface, and one of the panels. Well, no problem. We can make that stuff. Hey, give me a couple of glass, and I can make the interface right now. And what do we need for... Oh, that's it. Just grab one of those engineering processors I prepped up, and we have an interface terminal. Nice. And it needed a crafting monitor, I believe it was. No, a storage monitor. Okay. What's that take? A level emitter and a panel. Okay. Level emitter is just redstone torch and calculation processor. No problem. All we need is a stick. Feel like my pit bull puppy. I got a stick. I got a stick. There we go. And ta-da! Another 1K storage cell. Alright, so next we get molecular assembler. And we get into the Thaumcraft Thaumic Energistics. That is a lot of fun to work with. And we will, eventually. Obviously, I haven't even started on Thaumcraft yet, but we will. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some cables, just like so. And I'm going to drop the drive right there. Now I'm going to make 4K cells for regular storage. So for that I need 30 of these, 10 of these. Probably more redstone than I've got on me, so let's do that. And some more quartz glass. And maybe a little more iron. Okay. Now let's see if we can do this. To make the 4K components, we need a bunch of 1K components. What did I forget? The Certus quartz. There we go. I need to purify more Certus quartz. And that makes me worry about my redstone supply. I might stand over my redstone crops with a watering can for a minute. Well, I'm going to get some more of those pure Certus quartz cooking up. I'll be back in just a minute. There we go. Got 31Ks now, so let's convert those into 4Ks. Hey, I had enough stuff for that. Getting low on redstone. I went ahead and grabbed what I had over there, and I'm probably going to stand over there with some bone meal or something between episodes. I mean, it's not like I don't have plenty of bone meal. And if I run out of bone meal, I mean, come on. I've got 8.5 stacks, almost 9 stacks of bones over here. Throw them in a pulverizer. I've got plenty of bone meal. No problem. Alright, anyway, let's take those 4K storage components and turn them into storage cells. Hey, I had enough to do it. And fill her up. These 1K storage cells that I've been collecting along the way, I will have an use for. And I'll show you that probably next episode, to be honest. We're getting close to the end of this one. We will put that on there, our crafting terminal, and woohoo, we've got a... So between this episode and next, I'm going to work mainly on just transferring all this stuff out of all these chests into the AE system so that, you know, we can work with it. And then next time, I'm going to show you how we're going to automate some more of this processing. We'll get that molecular assembler taken care of. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those 1K cells. So in the meantime, don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. All my updates for my Galro pack, or whenever I post a new video, I post those on there. You can also subscribe to see in your YouTube when I post new videos. I've got them coming out right now 6 days a week. So, you know, hopefully with the 3 series that I'm running right now, there's enough for everybody to enjoy. But until next time, this is Galrock the Pizza Guy reminding everybody to tip those pizza delivery drivers. We're out there working hard for you. See you next time.